Welcome to Man Talk 133. What's happening, my boy?
Hey, what's up, bro? What's happening, man?
Ain't nothing to it. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, share. Help us get to 5,000. Thanks for everybody subscribing.
5,000.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Just,
Yes, sir, no doubt.
just share it, get the word out for us. So, bro,
Right.
I gotta, and it's gonna lead into some other stuff, but the main
Okay.
two questions are spiritual leaders, pastors, apostles, bishops, whatever you want to call them, are they
Mm-hmm.
responsible for the lost sheep, which are the people in the church, or
Mm-hmm.
are the sheep lost because of disobedience?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Hey. Yeah, that's a fire question right there. That's a good
yeah,
one. I would say for me,
uh-huh,
just scratching the surface,
uh-huh.
I would say, um, I would say it's both
Like 50-50.
50-50.
I'm
I
I'm
would say
kind of
50-50.
I'm kind of like leaning with you because the pastor can only do what he can do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The pastor is responsible for what? Feeding the flock, giving them
Yeah.
God's word, teaching, you know, protecting the
Mm-hmm.
flock, leading the flock. All he responsible for those things. But if you
Right.
got somebody that don't want to be led,
Yeah, man. You can't, yeah.
that ain't on
You
the pastor. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
He's supposed to be an example. Now,
Mm-hmm.
pastors, you got to be an example. So I'm kind of like in the middle with you because it could go
Right.
either way. You could have a pastor that's really leading, or you can have the sheep that don't want to follow. They just there because somebody making them go to
Mm-hmm.
church. I'm just saying.
And then, like you said, man, that pastor, he got to be on his game, man. He can't be talking about no crazy stuff, man. You
He
know what
got
I'm
to be
saying?
on it. He got to be on
Like,
his
you know what I'm
game, Doc.
saying? Yeah, like some of them, man, be like, cause some of the lost sheep, they outside looking in. Some of them want to be led. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? They looking for it. They looking for an outlet or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they looking at you as the leader, and you out here like just like you still at the club or something. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Or
bro, I'm glad you brought that up. 'Cause I got a scripture for them. Honest,
right.
I got a scripture for
Okay.
them. Okay.
It's
For the
cool.
pastors are become, I'm gonna give y'all it's Jeremiah 10 and 21. This for the pastors.
Hmm.
For the pastors are become brutish and have not sought the Lord. It's kind of what you was talking
Hmm.
about. Therefore, they
Hmm.
shall not prosper, and all of their flock shall be scattered.
Right.
That's exactly what you talking about. If you talking crazy, if you still acting like you in the club, you still
Man.
out there party hopping with the fraternities and all that with the sororities and you hanging out all times of
Right.
night. What you call it? Hey, you remember we did a podcast a while back. What you call them? Saturday night specials? What you call them? Now, the
Yeah.
message you throw together.
Yeah. You got to preach. You had to preach two weeks ago. And you gonna wait. Here you come. You got to preach. It's your Sunday, you up.
Yes,
And now
sir.
you gonna throw something together that Friday evening, Saturday night, that Saturday night special. You're gonna just
Saturday
throw it
night.
together.
And then you come
You
to church.
ain't studied nothing.
Nothing. You throw a Saturday night special together. Now here you supposed to be leading the flock,
Right,
leading the congregation. If y'all don't know what I mean, they supposed to be leading the
right.
congregation. You come here with a Saturday night special, and then you supposed to be an example. What kind of example you
Exactly.
setting? And they send you down to A&T homecoming, party hopping with a red cup. We know what's in them red solo cups, Doc.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm
And then,
saying.
like you said, you know what I mean? Like, you know that Saturday night special. Like when you get up there,
Mm-hmm.
bro, like we don't want to hear no testifying.
No, we don't
Some
want to hear all that hollering.
yeah, some of them think that they can just testify and that's a sermon.
They testify
Nah,
their way
bro.
through it. No, sir.
We need something else, bro.
We own it
Or
at.
sis. Yeah, or
Yeah.
sis.
Now this is one too. You gotta be the pastor gotta be available.
Hmm.
You gotta be meaning not that you gotta be accessible where I think accessible and available is different. Available means you just gotta be You can't be looking so stone faced. I'm about to walk up to you. At the end of church,
Right.
nobody won't say nothing to you. You got this
Right.
mug on your face, and you ain't
Right.
approachable. If you got somebody that's visiting for the first time, they see the pastor up there mugging, they probably ain't gonna come back, dog, unless they know you.
Right. Right. You right.
I'm just
Exactly right.
saying. Then,
And then, man, like I said, you
uh-huh.
got them like, like had to bring, got to put our boy out there.
Hmm.
I ain't seen all of it, man. But what's your boy Kurt doing, man?
Man, yeah, look, bro. Listen, I'm glad
You
you
see what I'm
brought that
saying?
up. I'm
What he
glad you
doing,
brought.
man?
Just listen. I was listening to something the other day, right? So
Mm-hmm.
is the guy was talking about Diddy, but he was just talking
Mm-hmm.
about how the Diddy part is he used to be a producer for Diddy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he was just talking about how the Diddy part is like off the chain. They be off
Right.
the chain, right? He said, but when he was dealing in the secular arena, how he,
Okay.
when it came for him to get paid, he got paid. When it's time for him to come, all his stuff was protected. Now he
Right.
said the same thing happens with the Christian artists. They do some parties too. They do
Right.
all the same kind of parties that Diddy and them be doing, but they keep it on the wraps because it's Christians, right? He also said he was talking to the point that, hey, when it's time to get paid, he said they try to steal his royalties, they try to steal his
Mm-hmm.
songs, they try to steal all this stuff, doc. So what I'm
Right.
saying is like when you talking about Kurt has probably this allegedly, y'all, allegedly, then got caught up in that circle where
Right.
he's acting out like Diddy, doc. They said Diddy thought he was a king.
Right. That's right. You right.
And that may be what's going on with him. Now he might be tripping out. He may be having some things going on in his that the devil might have a hold of him, bro. Apparently.
That's true. Yeah, that's true, man. Because like I said, by the way he, I guess you can't really control how somebody act, but the way
Yeah.
he be acting out on stage, man,
Yeah.
he doing his gospel stuff, songs or whatever, man. Like
Yeah.
that's the lost sheep looking at him like I might wait to stay where I'm at.
He used to be an example, bro. Kurt used to be an example. Everybody wanted to sing
Yeah.
like Kurt Franklin. They want to have
Yep.
the same songs. They want to have the same style. They want to have all this stuff. Now they looking at him like, bro, what's going on, bro? Like
Right.
Christians, I say this, pastors, leaders,
Hmm.
Christians, the flock, whatever you want to call them. Y'all gotta do better,
Right.
bro. Y'all can't say you stand for God, but then you out here doing the same
Twerking.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah. I'm
as
like,
a
what you
as a
twerking, bro?
first lady.
Right. I mean, for Kurt too now.
Yeah.
Kurt have done something like that. That's what I'm saying. I ain't seen all of the videos, but
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? For the most part, that's what some of the people talking about. Like when they see how he be acting out dancing, whatever it is he doing, is
Hmm.
like he be on another level when he out there doing that
Yeah.
stuff, man. Here
Yeah.
recently, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, he's doing the same thing. It's kind of like I hate to keep putting my man out there, but kind of like Diddy was doing. He was acting out, bro. He was
Yeah.
doing stuff that was
Right.
just out of the norm. You know what I'm saying? He just
Hmm.
do like random stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
like I said, like he thought he was a king. He had been doing this stuff for so long. People looked
Hmm.
at him like he was this, and he now he found out he ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
That's right.
and pastor, y'all got to be willing to willingly serve. I know y'all gonna
Hmm.
be dealing with some people that ain't gonna want to be dealt
Hmm.
bothered with. They just there cause mama said I got to come. But you still got to
Hmm.
serve, dog. That's why I asked the question. Is it the pastors or the flock? Like some people, I'm like you, it
It's
could go either way, dog.
it's either way because like I said, man, I've seen my pastor. You know how cool he is.
Oh yeah.
How he get down with the fellas and stuff like that, right? I seen my pastor. He
Mm-hmm.
reached out to a couple of guys,
Mm-hmm.
adults. Like these
Mm-hmm.
ain't kids, and you know through their significant other or wife, whatever you want to call it, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and
Mm-hmm.
You know, he extended his hand on a couple of occasions, but
Wow.
they won't, you
Accept it
know,
and won't take it.
right. It's cause it's almost like with some guys, man, it's almost like church, you know, it's like, man, they ain't going to, you know
They
how it
ain't gonna
is.
study that mess, dog.
Yeah, you know
Dang,
what
I'm
I'm
too
saying?
cool
So,
for that, dog. What's wrong
and
with you?
on that note, it's on the sheet.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why I
Yeah.
say it can be 50-50, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I mean, let me say this too. There's another scripture I'm to read. It's kind of lengthy. I'm gonna try to chop it
Hmm.
down a little bit, but it's for being disobedient, right?
Hmm.
Is Jeremiah, no, I'm
Oh.
wrong. Amos 7:12 through 17. Now it says, now hear therefore the word of the Lord. There saith, prophesy not against Israel, and drop not
Hmm.
thy word against the house of Isaac. So he basically telling them like, hey, don't prophesy. Basically, like I tell him not to go and do whatever. So
Hmm.
um Amanzi, whatever his name is,
Hmm.
Amazi said unto Amos, O go, seer, and flee into the land of Judah and eat the bread and prophesy there, but prophesy not again anymore to Bethel, for it is the king's chapel and it is the king's court. Then Amos
Hmm.
answered and said unto my man, Amaziah, I was no prophet, neither was I a prophet's son, but I was a herdman gathering. I know it's long, y'all, but y'all can go read it.
Oh, you
Gathering
good.
sycamore fruit, and the Lord took me as I followed the flock, and said unto me, Go prophesy unto my people Israel. So they're telling
Hmm.
them not to.
Right.
The Lord telling him go do it.
Right.
So he goes and he says, Listen, basically, I'm gonna read this. Therefore saith the Lord, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and daughters shall fall by the sword, and that their land shall be divided by the land, and there shall die in a polluted land, and in Israel, and Israel shall surely go into captivity for his land. So if
Hmm.
he don't go prophesy, if he be
Hmm.
disobedient, right?
Right.
Basically, he's gonna make their wife a hoe, dog. I hate to say it like that, but that's what a holler. She'll
Hey,
be a hoe in the city.
right. And like you said, man, with it, I go back to that disobedient. Now, if you was invited,
Yeah.
you know, he invited you, talking about
Hmm.
pastors now.
Yeah. Yeah.
They invited you, they said, well, listen, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna lend my ear to you. I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna talk with you. We're gonna chop it up.
Yep.
We're gonna,
I'm gonna
whatever,
get you
whatever,
right.
right? You got the invite. And you
Hmm.
tell him, okay, man, I'm gonna get with you, man. You know, we're gonna get together on
Hmm.
2 or 3 occasions.
Uh-huh.
And then, that to me, that's, you don't do it, that's disobedient.
Yeah, it's disobedient because the man of God is really trying to get you out of he's trying to get you out of a
But
place, but you ain't accepting it.
they can't dig themselves out that hole though.
I'm trying to listen, dog. I don't know
I'm talking
what.
not because I'm talking about
Oh,
like
go
the
ahead.
I'm like the hole that they're in.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
They can't come up out that hole, but they still denying
So you're
the
denying
man of
them, dog.
God.
They're in a
They
rut,
still
dog.
denying him. So
He
you
trying
gonna
to help
stay
you
in
get
that
out
rut.
the rut, dog. He extending his
Right.
hand to help pull you out. You want to stay in there, and I'm good, dog. Okay, well,
Right. That's
cool.
it.
I
Yeah.
mean, but I'm just saying, I don't know if you be disobedient, dog. And now
Hmm.
I'm sure some more context behind this.
Right.
But dog,
Right.
your wife shall be a harlot in the city, dog, a prostitute. I hate to say it
Yeah.
again, a hoe, right?
Yeah.
I bet they got some folk attention. I might get some little notes for that one. But that's what it
Yeah, you
say.
gonna
That's
get
what
yeah. Yeah, you can get a we gonna get a note for that one. Yeah.
I was just saying, that's what it say. That's what a harlot is, right? I'm
Yeah.
not making it up. It's a
Right.
prostitute. I ain't gonna say it no more. Y'all know what it means. And your
Right.
sons and your daughters gonna die by the sword, doc. Like
Hmm.
so, all of this stuff. they gonna die in a polluted land, but from
Mm-hmm.
disobedience.
Yep.
All you gotta do is just be obedient. The man of God said, "Hey, listen. I noticed you and your wife, y'all having a few little issues. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I want to try to counsel y'all. You know what I'm saying? Uh, what say ye? Nah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
good. We straight. We straight, bro. I mean, we good. Really, bro? I just saw y'all
Right.
nose to nose in the car before y'all got out fussing. Now y'all gonna come here and smile about.
Man, boy, hey, you talking about something right now. Well, I'm gonna leave it where it is though.
I was just saying, dog.
You talking about something right now. I
So I
seen it.
so our conclusion or our based on what we said, I
Mm-hmm.
think it could go either way. It depends on the leaders and it
Right.
depends on the flock because the pastor could be teaching good. He could be teaching
Yep.
real good. He can be bringing the word. He can make himself available. He
Yep.
can lead the flock, protect the flock, and do all this kind of stuff for the flock. But if the flock rejecting him, that ain't on him
Mm-hmm.
if you fall by the
No.
wayside.
Yeah, they
You
ain't
know what I'm
on him.
saying? It ain't now on the other side, if the pastor out there bugging out,
Right.
and like you said earlier, the people they want to be fed and they
Right.
can't because you out doing other stuff,
Yep.
extracurricular activities other than reading the
Right.
word of God and being at home with
Right.
your wife. I hate to
Right.
say
Cause
it
you
like
got
that.
yeah, because you got some pastors, they might have they might be on their second or third church, and they might be working on their second or third wife.
Right,
And each one of the wives that they got was from each one of them churches. You see
right.
what I'm saying?
I feel what you're
So now,
saying.
like I said, the flock looking at you like,
Yeah,
bro,
dog.
like, nah, we can't rock with you, man.
You're a bad example. It
Yep.
said you got to be an example. You're a bad example, bro. If you're doing all that and you know, you trying to talk to every woman that come into church, hey, put on the front row next time she come in, ushers. Huh?
Right.
I want her right in front of me.
Right. Yeah, they don't.
I got this seat
Hey,
held for somebody.
that ought to be a red flag for the ushers
It should be.
right there. Yeah, the
But
ushers ought to be like, hold up,
wait a minute, you want me to
you
hold the
know.
seat for who? Ain't your wife over there though?
Right.
First lady up there on the stage, don't worry about it. She just a friend of the family, just between us. I'm just like, come on, dog. You ain't an example, dog. You know what I'm saying? You're a terrible example because then once
Yep.
you start doing it, everybody else
Mm-hmm.
gonna think that it's okay to do
It's
it.
okay. Yeah, it's
And
okay.
then
Yep.
once that starts, man, you got something to deal with because everybody gonna be like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
okay, pastor do it. I'm
Right.
just saying,
And
hey,
and see, man, I go back to the flock too, man. I could use the sheep too, man. Like I say, it's 50-50, but a lot of
mm-hmm,
times, man, the sheep, they like I said, it's 50-50. But a
mm-hmm,
lot of times, man, the sheep, man, they just don't, you know what I'm saying? And I'm
they
guilty of
acting
this
up.
too. Yeah, I'm guilty of this too before I
Uh-huh,
start coming. So, like I said,
uh-huh,
I try to lift them up, you know what I'm saying? We let them know about it, what's
uh-huh.
going on, but I try to lift them up instead of looking down on them.
Yep,
Because
yep,
before I started going, man, years ago, I hang out Saturday night. Sunday was a sleep-in day.
yeah,
You
for
know what I'm
sure.
saying? So, and I'm getting ready for the NFL, man. Like, hey, the NFL getting ready to come on you know what I'm saying?
Let's say,
At
bro.
12:30.
Hey, I'm
Hey,
looking at the
man.
pregame show.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say some of the flock or sheep or whatever.
Mhm.
Like I said, I can put a lot of that on them too, because,
Yeah, yeah,
because I always tell people, man, God, he give us 6 days
yeah.
in 23 hours, I mean 22 hours.
Mm-hmm.
We can't give them the other two, make it 7 days.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
You know,
I get
he give
exactly
us
what you're saying.
right. He give us the rest of the week. He give us all the rest of 6 days and 22 hours. And then at 2 hours, he at least 2 hours
At least
on
two. Yeah,
Sunday.
yeah. You
You
can't get
can't
that
get
up.
back.
You like
You
the
know what I'm
90,
saying?
like the 90-10 rule. You can't
Yeah.
get 10, bro. He gave you
Right.
100%, but you
Right.
can't get. He asking for 10 back
Right.
on his investment, dog. He need to get his 10
Yep.
back. And
And Yeah, and
Y'all
also
can't
I'm
get
getting ready to
that.
say what, yeah, for what you were saying, because you know somebody, because you, I think somebody we had something like that. So it was a
Yeah.
knucklehead that said something. Wow, you can't tell nobody what to give. We ain't telling you what to give. You know what I'm saying? We
I'm
pretty
not.
much that's what he requires.
Yeah.
But I look at it like this. I tell people too, you ain't got to give it to him. He gonna get it one way or another.
One way or another. Dog. Like the mob, that he gonna
Yeah,
you ain't got to
he gonna
get
get it.
willingly, but he gonna,
He, he
and in
gonna
this
he gonna get it.
and in this case right here, bro, I'm talking about him giving. He give 100%.
Right.
He just wanted to cut back. He just gave him his little cut. We good.
See?
He giving you 100%. And that's the thing, man. It comes from, I think Keisha and I was talking the other day, and we was talking about how it's kind of rare that you see people talk about marriages anymore. Like in church, like messages
Hmm.
about marriage, it's always
Right.
about money. It's all about the
Yep.
prophetic, the apostolic, and all of this,
Right.
but don't talk about marriages,
Right.
which is kind of goes into what I was they don't ask for they'll ask for the money,
Hmm.
but they don't teach too much on the money or why it's
Right.
important to give offerings and stuff like that. You
Right.
got to give offering. This what happens when you give offering. And if you don't know
Hmm.
that, folk can be like, man, shoot, we can hit go to corral after this, cuz y'all. They gonna walk right around there and give him $5 or $2 or whatever. And then the whole family gonna go spend 100 at Golden Corral.
I done it.
You see what I'm saying? But see,
I done it.
once you
Right.
learn, you know the importance of why it's important to give,
Yep.
and your tithing and offering, or whatever people want to call it. I mean, people get
Right.
triggered by tithing, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Burnt offering, I don't
Ties
care.
keep the black, keep the curses away.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. And folk, I'm gonna end by this, and you can have the last word if you want. I think that it's more good pastors
Hmm.
that's out there that's trying to do the right thing, to trying to get the flock on the right path, than it
It
is the
is.
flock that wanna kind of follow the leader. Because you can look at
Right.
churches now, and men, I'm talking about y'all specifically, the men. It shouldn't be
Hmm.
where we got a 80-20% ratio at church. 80% women, 20% men. How we gonna get stuff done in the church if we ain't
Oh,
got the manpower to do it?
okay, little Obama.
I'm trying to tell you, Doc. You know what, Doc?
Hey, they go. Okay, little Obama trying to tell
Yeah,
us what to
Doc.
do.
Right. Don't you tell us what to do. I'm telling you the truth, Doc. Y'all need to get y'all knuckleheads in church, and y'all need to vote. You see what I'm saying? People
Right.
die for that. People die for y'all to vote, and you gonna sit here and you gonna talk about I don't want a woman in charge. So I heard some people say
Right.
that old ignorant stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
That's why I said. That's why I call you. I'm joking. Put
yeah, I
some humor.
don't.
That's why I call you little Obama, because he told them boys that last week, a week before last, they went off, man. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, they just gonna vote now. They gonna just vote Trump in there. Won't try to vote me and the black guys
yeah.
just because half of them won't gonna vote no way. But
Just
when
cause he
Obama
called
said
them
what he
out.
said,
Yeah.
yeah,
But bro, I'm gonna tell you right
they
now, he a
can't
little too
can't take that.
strong.
Yeah, they can't take that constructive criticism, man. That's
Is
what it is.
is a little too strong now, dog. A little too the
Yeah,
momentum is real strong, boy. I don't care.
yeah.
You can hey, you can take the 100 of y'all that gonna vote. It ain't gonna make let me stop.
That's what it is, man. That's
You
where
know?
we lacking too, man. I know we
Yeah.
get ready to get out of here. But before we go, man, that's where we lacking, man, in our community, especially the
Yeah,
black men.
dog. Yeah.
We can't take no constructive criticism.
Yeah.
That's
We
all it
can't,
was,
man.
man. He just trying to, give you a boost, boost you up a little bit or whatever, you
Give
know what
you a
I'm
little
saying?
boost, man, and help you out. Like,
Yeah.
yo, bro, like listen, okay. I hate to say it like this, but I'm gonna say it like this.
Go ahead.
We talking about a highly educated brother
Hmm.
that's been senator, that's been president,
Right.
sitting on millions of dollars. Ain't nobody give it to him, right? Ain't nobody giving the presidency either, right?
Right.
So he trying to instill some wisdom in y'all broke tails
Right.
that so y'all can get out and do what y'all supposed to do. Because it ain't about you. It was about,
Right.
you talking about Social Security. Our mom on Social Security, dog.
Right. Right. And
You
just left the hospital last week. So without that, we in
why
trouble or she
why
in trouble.
why would I vote somebody in that has clearly said that's what they're gonna get rid of? Like you ain't gonna never
Man,
need it. You know what I'm saying?
man,
I'm just saying, dog.
I was asking somebody the other day, they couldn't give me that answer. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you got both candidates, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you put a blank silhouette up on the screen with
Mm-hmm.
no picture,
Mm-hmm.
no male, female, whatever it is, just put a
Mm-hmm.
blank picture up on the screen, right? And you put all the credentials up of both of them,
Mm-hmm.
all of their criminal background records of all of them. Which
Mm-hmm.
one would you choose?
Yep. I'm trying to
That's
tell
that's
you, dog.
that's without a picture with a blank
Mm-hmm.
screenshot. And you have credentials over here,
Yep.
and
Uh-huh.
somebody had their credentials over here.
Who would
Which
you
one would you
pick?
take?
Mm-hmm. And then
See what I'm saying?
once you pick the one that's got the good record, and we show as a woman, and you get mad,
Yep.
you got the issue. Now,
Right.
don't get me wrong. You know, we done had men for, I mean, how many presidents? 46?
Yeah.
46 so far, right?
Yep.
So about to be
Yeah. Right.
47, right?
Right.
So why not give a woman a shot, bro? I don't understand
Right.
why what's so, and I know we're getting off topic, but we don't care. I'm just saying, dog,
Mex-
y'all,
right.
y'all niggas,
Mexico did it.
they right. You see what I'm saying? And they thriving.
Yep.
I'm just saying, like it don't make sense, man. Y'all, listen, get y'all little tails out, y'all vote,
Hmm.
and stop every time the pastor say something. He ain't
Right.
talking to you specifically. If the shoe fit, wear it. He talking into a camera that goes all across the world, everywhere.
Right.
If the shoe fit, you wear it. But I can assure you, he ain't talking to you, man. He talking to
Right.
the women can take it. Women be like, go ahead, pastor. Men, they
Yeah.
sitting there. Here you go again talking about us. Well, he wouldn't be talking about you if you was up doing something. I hate to say,
Right.
you think about this. You was in the military, I was in the military.
Hmm.
You retired, I work, right?
Right. Right.
So if I'm doing my job, my
Hmm.
boss ain't gonna come say nothing to me.
Nope.
It's only when
Nope.
if I don't do something,
Don't do
they'll
your
come
job.
say.
Right.
So what my goal is, since I ain't heard from him in almost 3+ years, I'm doing my
Hmm.
job. You see what
Right.
I'm saying? They ain't said
Exactly.
nothing to me. Now, you take somebody that if the pastor get up and he says, hey, listen, check this out. Men, I need to talk
Hmm.
to the men. All the men stand up, then they get in their feelings. Cause you feel
Right.
like you calling me out. All the men
Right.
stand up. I need y'all to
Hmm.
love y'all wife like Christ loved the church, and I need y'all to do X, Y, Z, get out and vote, blah, 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 blah. Now you done offended me. Why? He just
Right.
saying something you ain't, he pointing out what you ain't doing.
Right. That's it.
I'm just saying, dog.
A constructive criticism, they
Hey,
can't handle it.
hey, dog, y'all like, comment,
Yes, sir.
share, subscribe, get us to 5,000, 5,000.
5,000.
And till next time, thanks for joining Man Talk 133. We
33.
out.
We out.